guys, welcome back to Ritu Pathak English classes, and we have another special guest, Sunil sir, and today he will reflect on different highlights why English learners can't speak English and what are the initial points that they must remember. So, welcome Sunil sir on board, and could you please introduce yourself briefly for our new audience?
Yes, wonderful. Yes, certainly. But it would be so nice of you if you call me Sunil because you are way more older than me and you have much experience. You have more experience than me. Yes, so it would be great if you call me Sunil. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm like a student to you. So yes, my name is Sunil. I'm from Delhi. Talking about my educational qualification, I'm a graduate.
So my first question is from you, Sunil. How did you start learning English, and what actually motivated you to learn this language?
Right. So I was always motivated. I always had a dream to learn this language. But it really became so necessary for me when I did BTech. After that, I went for some job interviews. There, I had to face some job interviews only in English. So, because of my poor communication skills, I was rejected multiple times. So, keeping that thing in mind, I thought I must give it a shot. I must work on my communication skills. This is what I did. And from there, my real journey of learning English began.
Oh wow!
Yes,
So I assume that poor communication skills and hunt for job motivated you to learn this language because, of course, it's a global language. True. All right.
right.
Well said. And there are so many tools, Sunil. We all know that there are four important tools by now. So, what is the most underrated tool according to you?
That is reading, obviously.
Yeah, maybe AI can be blamed for this, and we don't spare so much time for reading. I believe in that. So maybe now we have a lots and lots of options. So that's why reading may be underrated. It means that you are not a reader. You don't love to read.
Yes, I do read a lot of things, but I'm telling you this from learner's perspective, people who are not interested in learning. Yes, but for me, reading is so essential. I love reading. I love reading a newspaper on a daily basis.
On the daily basis.
Apart from that, yes, I do that. Apart from this, I love reading novels. Earlier, I did it a lot. Now, I don't have much time. But recently, yesterday, I started reading a novel. One thing that I'm always afraid about is that I'm bad at remembering names. I'm bad at remembering the title of novels which I have read or which I am reading currently.
Hmm. So that is the
Yes.
real way to enjoy reading. I also personally, I'm an avid reader, but if you ask me the name of my favorite books, I can only count on fingers, though I read a lot. And this is, I think that reading for me is a luxurious hobby because nowadays most people they are ignoring the fact that reading can actually, amplify their spoken English. Anyway, but Sunil, I want to ask a very interesting question. You are a trainer, right? And you must have trained lots and lots of students. So, if you stumble upon a complete beginner who has no idea from where to begin his spoken journey, so what would you suggest that beginner that from where they should start their journey?
So when it comes to a complete beginner, first of all, that person would certainly be afraid of learning this language. That person will feel what is a need, or that person will certainly come with a mindset. I do want to learn this language within a short span of a short period of time.
Mhm.
It could be 3 months, it could be 4 months, it could be 6 months. This is one thing. If anyone comes to me, what I do is, first of all, I check the level because so what we need to do as a beginner, at least work on vocabulary. This is something you have to do on your own. You have nothing to do with your teacher. Teacher will not do anything in that. You should go for basic words every day, at least 2 words. And do one thing, every week you need to revise them. You have to ask yourself how many words you have, at least after a week. This is one thing. Now, the second significant thing is reading or listening. The choice is yours. If you like reading something, you must go for it. If you like listening to any content, you must go for that. It could be in the form of animated movies. It could be in the form of cartoons. It could be in the forms of web series you like. And it is not only about reading. You have to listen to that so actively. You have to write it somewhere. If you have access to that particular video, pause it right there, write the sentence, and start watching it with subtitles. As a beginner, you have to do that. Even I still do it. I like watching videos with subtitles because if I stumble upon any new words, I like jotting it down in my diary, or if I'm using a phone, I just write it in like notepad. So this is the thing. Now, the most scary thing is grammar.
Mm.
You must not go for complete grammar. You can go for present simple tense, past simple, and future simple. Plus, one more thing I initially teach to my students is the pronoun table, because it is easy to use nouns as subjects or as objects. But when it comes to pronouns, they usually get confused. Where they should use she, they end up using he. And it will not take much. Within a day or two, you can easily memorize that. You can have that on your mind. So you must go for that. It is a must for a student to know where to use she, where to use he, like subjective pronoun, objective pronoun, and so on.
Wow, amazing answer. And there is a
Yes.
debate going on social media regarding grammar, that whether grammar is important or not. So, what do you think? Is grammar really important to learn this language? And if so, how much percentage actually we need to learn this language? As you have already suggested, not much we need, but I want to ask this question again. Actually, grammar is important or not? Because people are still, groping in the dark regarding this question.
Yes, I would love to answer it as well. You need to understand if you want to speak English professionally,
Hmm.
if you want to speak English on the platform where you will be judged, where you will be appreciated, where you would get rewards on the basis of your communication skills, I think it is needless to say you can't run away from grammar. You really have to master this particular aspect of English. If you are learning it as a hobby, if you just want to work on your communication skills in order to have a conversation with your friends, in order to have a conversation with customers, I think grammar is not required. They will understand whatever you say, whether you say correct or incorrect, they will understand.
Mhm.
So from that perspective, grammar is not important at all. And you know what? It depends who is teaching you. There are some trainers, they do make grammar so monotonous, but when I teach, or when you might teach, or other teachers teach, because we take it as a challenge. We
Mhm.
feel, okay, I would try to teach grammar in a way where it would be interesting, where people would pay 100% attention to that and they would enjoy. Because what I do check it multiple times. When I find my students that they are feeling sleepy, I check that and I tell them just go and wash your face, and I crack jokes at the same time, and I just divert their attention from grammar because I know grammar is mundane at times. Grammar would make you not practice, would make you not learn this language.
Right. Grammar
Yes,
sometimes can make you feel monotonous and gloomy as well. So it's the task of the trainer or the teacher to combine it with a few funny stories so that they can
right.
actually grab the attention. They would not judge according to the point of view that they may be perfect or accurate. So you have to teach grammar in one way or the other, but they must not feel bored regarding it. Only then it will be useful. Otherwise, I think that your hard work will go down in drains. So well said. And we have already talked about the underrated tool, which is reading, of course. Nowadays, nobody is interested in reading. Audiobooks have taken place of reading. So, what is the most important tool, according to you, that can be a game changer and a cakewalk too?
Okay, that is up to your interest.
Hmm.
Anything could be a game changer for you. And what people do, we have a complete access to social media. And ma'am, you said that when it came to your time when you were learning this language, so you were fond of reading books. I think that was the only way to improve your communication skills. You did not have other alternatives, did you? No, you did not.
We didn't
Right,
have. We
right
didn't
now,
have.
yes, yes. And now we do have different platforms. Instagram is there. Within 30 seconds, you can get abundance of knowledge. It is really a beautiful thing. Why would I waste almost a month to read a book to gain knowledge if I can get in 30 seconds? It is, I think, 100 times better than that. This is the thing. Apart from Instagram, YouTube is there. And when you were learning English, when I was learning English, if I had any doubts, there were days when I had a lot of doubts. You know what? I eagerly waited for the next class. I knew my teacher would be the right person to tell me what is the meaning of this English word or how I can say this Hindi word in English. But now we do have ChatGPT. We have so many platforms. We can get a lot of information from these platforms. So this is the way. And reading is really very like people don't show interest in reading because when you have to read, you have to have patience, which today's generation does not have. We really don't have patience. Even it is not only for reading, ma'am. It is also for videos. If imagine if I am watching any video, if you are watching my video, you will just watch it whether it is really helpful, whether it is really captivating or not. You would only watch it for 30 seconds. You will say, no, that is not my cup of tea. You will just scroll through my video and you will scroll through other videos. We do not watch anything completely in today's time. I feel this, yes.
Hmm. I personally feel that when we discuss these kind of questions on social platform, we all concur with the fact that we need to read, we need to listen to podcast, audio books, we need to write also sometimes. But it's very difficult to accept the fact that we need to put the money where your mouth is. So this is just a kind of tongue in cheek. We need to do it also. So what would you think that people panic a lot, as you have already mentioned that nowadays we have technology at our fingertips, right? It's very easy to find the right way to learn this language. But don't you feel that we have, though we have, but the disadvantage is that we are becoming more and more, impatient towards this language. We have that 30-second reel, we watch a 30-second or less than 30-second short video. What do you think? Will it stay in our mind for a longer period of time if we don't practice?
9 times out of 10, we end up wasting our time and we feel, oh, today I got nothing, and we are full of remorse because of that. So we have to limit ourselves when it comes to social media use.
So, yeah, distractions can be mind boggling as well. And, curiosity sometimes becomes a disadvantage. Though we have already heard curiosity kills the cat. So, curious to be curious, to attain a lot of knowledge within us, you can say a wink of an eye, it's good. But I personally feel that curiosity and consistency are two peas in a pod. If you are curious to know something, you need to be consistent also, then only you can master. If we talk about advanced words, nowadays people are being driven crazy by these, idioms and phrases. Everyone wants to use idioms, phrases, advanced vocabulary. That's okay. But we must not forget that if we want to master, we must be consistent. We must incorporate these words in our daily conversation. Only then it would be fruitful. So, my last question to you, Sunil, which is very interesting. If you could give only one piece of advice to English learners, what would it be?
Practice. Practice is crucial. At least once a week, be with people who know more than you. so that you will get the reality check. You would come to know how much you have really improved. Because if I am talking to you, I am learning a lot because I know you know more than me. So we have to come out of this comfort zone, and that's how we will learn. Otherwise, it is like in the land of blind, one-eyed man is a king. So do this, practice, be with brilliant people who know more than you. If it is possible, read or practice present tense. Yes.
Present tense. Wow. Because I have also felt it many a times whenever I ask my learners to let me know about their daily routine. They fumble a lot. And this is something which is very disturbing. People can learn advanced words, people can learn complex structures, but when it comes to talk about the simplest factor, they fumble a lot because we haven't taken heed of this kind of concept as well. I think the simplest is the toughest. I don't know why. So, according to you, we must practice a lot and we must also experiment a lot. And when you find the right strategy for you, stick it with. It may be listening, it may be reading, it may be writing and speaking. But the basic is to speak. I have seen many people, they waste a lot of time in reading a lot, in listening to podcast, audiobooks, and in writing as well. But that is the problem. The problem stays untouched. You have never spoken a word. How would you become an eloquent speaker? So, speaking is the basic tool. Start speaking. Don't worry about grammar. Over time, we can master advanced words or complex structures. So, this is the end of this amazing, and energetic session. So, Sunil, I want real reality check and real feedback about this session. Did you like this session with me?
Yes, I loved it.